Okay, I don't remember exactly where we let off last time, but we are going, I pulled the intake boot off, just kind of surveyed, looked around a little bit. I did unhook the battery. We're going to start up here so I'm not rolling around a bunch of fluid. That relay center comes apart, so I'm going to go start with that, and I think some of those plugs will unplug out of there, and I may be able to leave some of this engine harness attached. Don't really know. I've taken that apart before when I replaced the water pump in this car to get to the engine mount. So you start and you take the electrical connection off, the main power. We're going to try to get everything unhooked up here, and then where we can drop it right at the bottom. Try to put everything back and then take it off, because you need a lot of little parts. And one nice thing about these newer cars is a lot of stuff only goes one place, only goes back one way. Not like the old days where there were little spade connections that went everywhere and you didn't mark everything, you never get it back. Everything's pretty much molded to the engine, so pretty sure I can take this relay center apart, and this will disassemble and pull it apart. Just dig in piece by piece. If you wonder why I'm sweating, because it's like 82 degrees in here and probably 80% humidity. We got a bunch of, I think all the topside engine harness disconnected. I'll show you that in a second. It's kind of boring to watch. It was just kind of hunt and figure out how the connector comes apart. Got the shifter bracket unhooked from the trans, and that's loose. And then we're going to go in here and go after this whole side motor mount setup. So I'll bring you in and show you a little closer what's going on here. Got this motor mount that I don't know exactly. I think I've had this off when I did the water pump. Dog bone thing comes out. These are 15mm heads. Come out. Alright, I know that thing got out of there. Just got to coerce it into the coming out the right direction. Finally, we're free. I'm going to drop those, just sort of drop them back in the holes. I'll set that aside. And then there's this whole bracket with this rubber mount. Looks like it bolts on from the side. And they look to be larger fasteners, so let me get the right tools and we'll come back and get that thing off there. So you probably heard some whimpering in the video. This would be our dog, our small dog, Scout, who apparently no longer fits through the fence. So I guess we'll have a little dog rescue segment here. Yep. Yeah, put him back through the other way. All right, Jeff. Oh shit. All right. So let me see if I can. There we go. Dog rescue for the second time. So looks like he's getting big enough that we don't have to worry about that anymore. So we got done with our dog rescue segment, and he's in the house, and we cleaned up a little bit. Now, getting to the point where I'm going to have to get behind this radiator hose to get to this whole motor mount setup. So I mean, the coolant's got to come out sometime. So I found these hose clamp pliers that I had for years that you used once every couple of years. Let's see if I can wrestle that hose clamp off there. That's pretty easy. Now we'll see what we can do with the hose. This whole water neck deal goes back in the manifold. I don't know what I want to deal with that yet. So I'll try to see if we can get a hold of this hose. Make a mess. Well, not too bad. At least in this floor we can kind of soak it up, whatever spills. Alright. Let that drain a little bit and try to get this set up out of here. Probably take the whole thing. Got that lower one loose. Let me get to this upper one. Pretty sure I've been down this road before with this car. I put a water pump in it several years ago, and I think I had to take all this off then. Of course, the ironic part was the water pump wasn't even the part that was leaking. It's like they didn't tighten it tight enough. I probably could have tightened it was leaking between the gasket and the block. I probably could have tightened the bolts up and been fine. Anyway, my hands are too slippery. So we'll get that out of the way and then we'll go from there. So this is the shift linkage I told you I took off earlier. It's just kind of hanging there. Since I've already got antifreeze everywhere, I'm going to go after this radiator hose down here and try to get that all over the floor. Maybe get that out and kind of be done playing in the, we used to call it the green, I guess we'll call it the pink now. So this is probably going to barf all over the place when I pull it off, but I don't see any other way of doing it. Apparently they didn't want me to get it off. First you don't succeed, get a bigger pry bar. Alright, I think we've had some movement. Oh yeah, it's gonna really puke. Alright. Well, I guess we'll let that drain and clean up that little bit of a mess, and we may call it a night.